Very good morning, everyone. A very good morning and welcome to today's Unit 1 class. Okay, everybody. Himak, are you with me? Okay, everybody, let's get moving. Everybody, we're in topic 5. We should be starting topic 5 part 2 today. Easily, we should be starting it. Okay, right. Everybody, before we do start from where we stopped, let me ask you all a few questions. Guys, girls, all of you all. If I were to compare data, okay, I told you all data is something that you enter into a computer and it doesn't make any sense until you assign what to it? Until you assign some data on its own, you can't understand. For example, you can see some numbers on your screen, those numbers wouldn't make any sense to it until you add some. So for example, if I just say, I remember the example I gave you was 1008. If I just say 1008, you have no idea what 1008 means. Isn't it? Everyone look here. For example, if I take notepad and if I just put 1008 on the screen, this is data. This is just a number. It's frozen, sorry. It's frozen, okay? So this number doesn't make any sense. But if I say 1008 and in front of it, if I put a dollar symbol and I'll say, is the price of admission to Yale University? I don't know. I'm just saying something like this. Now, does this make sense to you all? This makes sense to you all. Data along with context, data along with some meaning makes sense to you. So data with context or meaning, what do we call it if you can understand it? Information. The moment you can understand your data, we don't call it data anymore. We call it information. Is it clear? So I told you in today's world, companies are collecting a lot of data about you from your device. Okay, a lot of data about you is being collected. Is it clear? Data being collected can be of two types. One type is where a format is being followed when the data is being collected. What were we calling that data? When the data is being collected, there is a format being followed. So I gave you all the example of it. Sorry, structured. We were calling it structured data, right? When your data is being collected against a given format, we call it structured. Shimar, all of you all. When you are collecting data with no structure, it can be entered in any order. We were calling it unstructured data. Any example you can give me for structured data? Ratings. Okay, I told you when you are rating something on Google Maps, okay, there is a structure. The maximum the rating can be is 5, the lowest it can be is 1. Is it clear? But give me an example of unstructured data. Writing a review. The review part is unstructured. You can put text, you can put emojis, you can put videos, you can put images. There is no given structure. Are we all good with this? Okay, this is structured, unstructured, right? Is there any other word that you can use to describe structured data? Structured data, can you sort it? Can you sort structured data? You can sort. Think about ratings. Ratings you can sort from highest to lowest, newest to oldest. Isn't it? You can filter reviews also. I want reviews that only have a rating of 5. I want reviews that have a rating between 4 to 5. You can even filter it. So what do we call this data? There is a format being maintained. It's generally known as what type of data? Your review is a description, while your rating is a numbered value. So I gave you all two words for this, beginning with Q. Qualitative and quantitative. So structured data is, boys, all of you all, structured data is what? Quantitative, right? Structured data has a number, has a value, has a measurable value assigned to it. You can measure it. Is it clear? Okay, we call this quantitative data. And then boys, girls, unstructured data contains what type of data? Qualitative data. And then guys, is it possible for data to be a mix of both? What do we call that? Boys over there, what's going on? Are you with your phone or something? You, under the table, what's going on? You're reading that, sure. Okay. Data can be a mix of both, right? It can be a mix of structured and unstructured. What do we call that? Data can sometimes, like for example, Google reviews are a mix of both. It has a bit of structure in it. It's also unstructured. So we call it what? Semi-structured. Data can also be semi-structured. There is some structure to it also. Okay, like for example, if you take Google reviews, one part of it is completely unstructured. There's another part of it that is somewhat structured. So we call it semi-structured data. Then guys, girls, we learned about data mining. What is data mining? So all online platforms are involved in data mining, which is collecting lots of data about their users. When you keep collecting data is basically known as data mining. Then guys, when you have lots of data, you need to start pulling out data for it to start making sense to you, right? What were we calling that process? What do we call that process? You have a huge volume of data, customers' location, what did they click on, what did they view, how much of time they spent, who are they following, who are they sharing, their IP address, their MAC address, all these data you have with you. You need to make that data useful for you, right? That process of making your data useful is known as data extraction. That was known as data extraction. Then guys, girls, what was the best software for storing and retrieving data? The best software for storing and retrieving data. Access is a brand name. What category does it come under? Database software or database management. Now boys, girls, everyone look over here. We spent some time talking about the structure of a database. So answer these questions with me. Everyone look here. Shimar, are you with me? With me, right? I feel like you're not concentrating here now. Something bothering you? Sure. Okay, everyone look at this database. So I have over here a taxi booking database over here. A database that records all the taxi bookings that take place. When I open up a database, what should I expect to find? If it's a simple database, a very small database, when I open it, I would find how many what? Tables, right? If it's a small database, I would find one table. This is not a small database, it's a big database. So I would find multiple tables, right? So boys, girls, look here. When I open up this database, give it a few seconds. It has now, where? Give me a second, please. It got stuck. Right, boys, girls, look here. Everyone, boys, look here below. Here I have 4 tables over here. Inside this, I have 4 tables. Now, when I open up a customer table, boys, girls, what do we call them? What do we call customer ID, customer name, date of birth, contact, address, gender? What do we call these? These are all known as fields, right? These are all what we call fields. So inside a table, boys, girls, a database contains many related tables. What do we have inside a table, Adil? Inside a table, we have what we call, these are fields. These are fields. Customer ID is one field. Customer name is another field. Customer date of birth is another field. Then guys, girls, what do we call the collection of fields? A record. A collection of fields put together is known as a record. So this is one entire record. This is another record. Are we all okay with this? Are we okay with field and record? Then boys, girls, in order for me to identify every customer, because when I say Charit, it's very much possible 2-3 people might show up. So what have I done for every customer? For every customer, I have given a customer ID, right? For every customer, I have given a unique ID. The field that contains unique values, and you will use those values to recognize or identify every record. What do we call that field? That field is known as your primary key field, right? Primary key field means what? This is a field that has unique values, and these values will be used to identify every record. Boys, are you with me? Every customer is identified, boys. Every customer is identified by their ID. Just like in Platinum, every student is identified by their student ID. What about the driver table? Look at the driver table, guys. Every driver has a unique what? Every driver has a unique ID. So the driver ID is my primary key field. Are we all okay with this? Right. Then boys, girls, everyone look here. I'm going to go into my booking table. Now everyone look here. This is my booking table now. This is where I record the booking details. In a booking, guys, I need to mention who was the driver who took this booking. Okay, I need to mention who was the customer who went on this booking. I also need to mention what was the vehicle that was used in this booking. Now boys, girls, everyone look here. In the booking table, when I record a booking, do I note down all the driver's details again, or do I just mention the driver's ID only? Just the driver's ID only, right? Is that enough for me? That's enough for me, right? Because when I mention the driver's ID here, I can come to the driver table and find who is 014. When I find 014, I can find his name, his gender, his date of birth, his contact number, all that can be found. Isn't it? Imagine for every booking, all the driver's details need to be noted down. It will take so much of time, it will take so much of space. Imagine the clutter you will have, isn't it? And we'll say, for example, everybody, driver 014, after doing 1500 hires, he decides to change his telephone number. If you're manually recording his details every time he takes a booking, when he changes his telephone number, what will you have to do? You will have to go back and one by one, record by record by record, you have to change the telephone number, which is a complete mess. But look at the solution I'm using. I don't again and again mention his contact number. What do? I only mention his driver ID. Are you with me, girls? This driver 014, he would have done many hires. This 014 is connected where? Is connected to this driver table. This 014 is connected to the driver table. So let's say driver changes his telephone number. What do? I come to the driver table and just change his, where 014? 014 is here, no? Isuru. I'll just come and change his contact number. Boys, all okay with this? I only have to come and change his contact number only once. Only once I have to come and change his contact number. Everyone okay with this? Now boys, girls, this is the thing. I told it to you all last week, I'll tell it to you all again. Everybody, customer ID is a what? Primary key. Booking ID is a primary key. Driver ID is a primary key. Vehicle ID is a primary key. Now guys, girls, what have I done over here? I have said that this customer ID, in the booking table, I note down the customer ID now. What have I said? This customer ID field and this customer ID field are connected to each other. They are both the same thing. Is it clear? I am telling over here, this driver ID field in the booking table, we have a driver ID field now. That this driver ID field and this driver ID field, they are both the same thing. Students online, can you all see this? I am basically telling access here, this driver ID and this driver ID field, they are both the same thing. They are related to each other. Are we all okay with this? Now listen carefully to me. Driver ID is a primary key here now. When you bring driver ID over here, we call it a what? Foreign key. Can everyone remember that word? A primary key from another table is known as a foreign key. Or a field which is a primary key in another table, we call it a foreign key. Are we all okay with this? Sounds good? Right. Then boys, girls, composite key, I don't think you all remember. So I'm going to give you all an example now. Okay. So boys, girls, look at my screen now. Everybody, let's take up Microsoft Word, will you? Right. Everybody, we'll take an example of, we'll say for example, we have a table, we have a student table. We have a student table which has all the student details. So everyone look here. Look at this example over here. I'm going to draw a table over here. I'm going to zoom in also. This is my TBL student, table student. Okay, I'm going to bold it and underline it. Then guys, tell me what is the most obvious field I need to have here? First, every student should have a ID, stu ID. And wouldn't this be my primary key field? I'm going to put an asterisk to indicate it's my primary field. It's my primary field. Then I need to have student name, isn't it? Then I need to have student contact. Okay, I'll just put 3 fields only here. Then boys, girls, I have another table that records all the subjects we teach at Platinum. I have another table that has all the subjects that we teach at Platinum. So I'll take another table over here. I'll draw it over here. I have another table here. It's called TBL subject. Okay, so bold it, underline it. So over here, what do we have? Obviously, first field should be, every subject should have a unique ID, subject ID. Every subject should have a name. Okay, every subject should have a year. Okay, so you have physics. No need here. We'll just keep subject ID, subject name below. Subject ID, subject name. Then boys, girls, I'm going to have a third table. You know what this table is going to be? This table is going to be my enrollment table. You know what enrollment means? When a student joins a subject, what do we call that? You have joined the physics class. What do we call that? We call that an enrollment. You have joined the IT class. We call that an enrollment. So I have another field to keep track of the enrollments. What have students joined? Now everybody, in this table, I'm not going to have an enrollment ID. What should I be recording in this field? What should I be recording in this table? For every enrollment, I need to know what? I need to know the student ID. Agree or disagree? For every enrollment, I need to know who is enrolling, right? I need the student ID. I need student ID. For every enrollment, I need to know the student ID. Okay? And guys, will you be typing his name and address and date of birth, all that again here? No, you will only take the ID. In this table only, you will note down all his details. In this table, you will simply take his ID. Next, what do you need to know? You need to know what subject he is enrolling in. Sub-ID. Sub-ID. Then you might have things like date, amount, okay, payment type. You might have other fields which are not important right now. Payment type. Now, everybody, every table needs to have a primary key field now. I told you I do not want to have an enrollment ID. I told you I do not want an enrollment ID. Now guys, tell me, since I said I don't want an enrollment ID, how are you going to identify every record here? Ah, very nice. Did I tell you all this? Oh, lovely. Local O level, right? Okay. Okay, some of you have an idea here. Some of you have an idea here. Now boys, girls, can I use student ID to identify every record here? Can I use student ID to identify every enrollment? Answer is no, because a student will do multiple subjects, right? A student will do multiple subjects. Student ID is going to repeat. He might do physics, maths and IT. His student ID is going to repeat each time. So I can't make student ID my primary key. Can I make subject ID my primary key? I can't. Wouldn't subject ID repeat? There will be many students who will be doing physics, right? Physics ID is going to repeat multiple times, isn't it? So I cannot make subject ID also my primary key. But boys, girls, look at this. Everyone look at this. What if I make student ID and subject ID together as primary keys? Will student ID and subject ID together, will they ever repeat? Will they ever repeat? Answer is no. The same student and the same subject will never repeat again. Is it clear? So when you make more than one field, when more than one field is the primary key, when two or more fields are primary keys, what do we call them? We call them composite keys. Okay, when you have only one unique field, we call it primary key. When you have a primary key from another table, we call it a foreign key. When you have two or more fields being used to identify a record, we call them composite keys. Are we okay with the meaning of this now? Okay, girls, all of you over there? Okay, so now we know primary key, we know foreign key, we now know composite key. Are we good? Okay, when two or more fields are being used to identify a record, we call it composite key. Okay? Sinuka, are you with me? Okay, right. Then boys, girls, now let's continue from where we stopped. Now let's move down, everybody. Everyone come over here below. Page number, I showed you all this. Right. Everybody, can you all come down over here? Relationships. Are you guys ready for this topic? Everyone come here below. Can you guys read this? Everyone read this below. Another name for a table is called what? Is called entity. Are we all okay with this? Another name for a table is entity. So now we know entity, we know field, we know record. Are we okay with this? We have learned some new words now. Entity, field, record. Okay? Okay, I'll send you all the tutes. Give me some time, okay? Right. Now boys, girls, can you look over here? Everyone look over here below. There are three types of relationships. Boys, one-to-one, one-to-many and many-to-many. The relationship that we will be using extensively in our syllabus will be one-to-many. Okay, so everybody, one-to-one means what? One record in one table is connected to another one record in another table. Are we all okay with this? One record in one table is connected to only one record in another table. Okay, so for example, guys, shall we have a look over here? Look at this example over here. So for example, look here, one student can have only one emergency contact number. Okay, two students cannot have the same emergency contact number. One student can have only one emergency contact number. So the student table and the emergency contact table will have a one-to-one relationship. Is there any other examples you all can give me? Yeah, that's true. That's true. What if they were siblings? It wouldn't apply then. Okay, but what if the school had a rule like this? Per student, only one emergency contact number. Then the relationship is one-to-one. Like I told you guys, rarely ever we have tables where the relationship is one-to-one. Okay, that's very, very rare. Okay. But let's say, for example, I'll give you all a scenario. Everybody, I'll give you all a scenario. I'll give you all a scenario. Boys, look here below. Everyone, look here. Today, some are not at all active and some are a little hyper today. We're not having the middle. Behind row, they are like, Shima, Adil are not looking at all. What, you are looking full mood out today. And Shim and Tisaga are looking hyper today. So, I don't know what's going on. Adil, are you okay? You're not looking okay, but Shimar also. Effect of parents meeting. This everyone look here. I'll give you all a scenario. Everyone, read this scenario with me. So everybody, we have a student table with us. We have a student table with us. Okay. How do I double click here? We have a student table with us, and let's say, for example, we are having we are having a donation drive. Okay, we want you all to make donations to help people for the recent floods or whatever. So I have a table over here. I have another table over here where I have mentioned required donation items. We have another table over here, TBL, required items. Required items. Is it clear? We have a student table, all the students who are a part of the donation drive. We have another table where we have all the required items. So every item will have an ID. Item ID. Every item will have an item ID. Every item will have a name, item name. Now I am making a rule. I am giving you all a rule saying, listen everyone, you all can only donate one item. Two people cannot donate the same item. So if one person chooses to give rice, only he can give rice. The person who chooses to give soap, only he can give soap. Is it clear? I have told you all, choose one item from this list and donate that one item. Two people can't donate the same item. And one item cannot be shared by two people also. I have put a rule like this. Pick one item and you are fully responsible for that one item. Okay? Now I will have a third table to record now what you donated. So I will have a third table. What will that table be? I'll call that what? TBL donations. Okay? In TBL donations, what will happen, guys? Tell me the fields I need to record here. I need to record who donated. I need to record STUID. I also need to record what is the item he donated. Now, boys, girls, tell me. A student can only donate one item now. So, the relationship between student table and donations table will be what? 1 to 1. One student can make only one donation. Then, required items. Each required item can be donated how many times? I told you all once, right? I told you all each required item can only be donated once by one student. What's the relationship between this table and this table? It will be 1 to 1. Do you all understand 1 to 1? One item from this table is connected to only one item in this table. Girls, am I making sense to you all? Okay? This is what we call a 1 to 1 relationship. But guys, that's very, very rare in your exam papers. I don't think we have any questions where it's a 1 to 1 relationship. It is always 1 to many. Are we all okay with this? Right. Now, boys, girls, can you all come down? Can you all read this? A 1 to 1 relationship is normally created by linking a primary key and a foreign key. Stop there. Stop there. Didn't I do that over here? Boys, girls, look here. I'm going to draw. How do I connect these two tables? This primary key will be connected to this. If you take a primary key from another table and place it here, what do we call it? Foreign key. Look here. Primary key. I'll take it from in. Primary key all the way over here. What is this called? foreign key here. Is it clear? Okay, so you can see the tables are now connected to each other. Student table and donation table have a one-to-one relationship. Required items table and donations table have a one-to-one relationship. Are we okay with this? So normally we put one here and we put one here. Are we good? Right. Read it to yourselves now. Right. Now boys, girls, can we go down to the second one? We then have something known as a one-to-many relationship. One from one table can be connected to many records in another table. I can give you all many examples for this. Okay, I can give you all many examples. This is the most common relationship. Okay, guys online, you are becoming a bit impatient, isn't it? Okay, here you go. I'm sending it to you all. Guys, I'll send you all topic 5, part 1 and 2. Sent. Now, boys, girls, look here below. One-to-many relationship is a link where one record in an entity is related to multiple records in another entity here. Everyone, look at this example over here. Look at this example over here. One customer can have what? One customer can have, what table is it connected to? Booking, right? So one customer can have, customer is connected to which table? Booking table. So one customer can have many bookings. One customer can be related to many bookings. Shall I prove it to you all? I'm going to go into my customer table. Can you all see this plus symbol here? For Charit. What are the bookings he has gone on? He has gone on 2 big bookings so far. Charit is connected to 2 bookings. If you take Kusal for example, he is also connected to 2 bookings. If you take Dimut for example, he is connected to 3 bookings. Is it clear? What do we call this relationship? One to many. One customer can go on many bookings. Look at this one, guys. Look at the driver and booking. What type of a relationship is between driver and booking? What type of relationship exists between driver and booking? One to many. One driver can go on many bookings. One driver can be involved in many bookings. What's the relationship between vehicle and booking? One to many. One vehicle can go on many bookings. Everybody okay with this? Right. Then boys, girls, can you all read this to yourselves now? For example, read this. I gave you all this example earlier also. One student can be enrolled in many classes. One student can be enrolled in many classes. Turn it off. Take the remote and increase the temperature, don't turn it off. Okay, the second type of relationship is one to many. The third type, guys, we rarely ever use it. In fact, we never use it. The third relationship, it has a lot of problems in it. I'll show you all those problems. Can you guys read the third one? Everyone, can you all read the example over here? One student can be connected to many classes. Okay, one student can be connected to many classes. Okay. Alright, we are moving away from here, everybody. We are moving away from here. Then the third type of relationship, everybody, the one that we never use, I don't have examples for you all also. The third type is something known as many to many. Everybody okay with this? Many records in one table is connected to many records in another table. We rarely ever use this. Okay, we rarely ever use this. I'll show you all why. I'll show you all why. Okay, can you guys read it to yourself? Read it to yourself. Okay, so everybody, we'll take a simple example over here for many to many. But like I told you guys, many to many is something we don't ever use. Okay, most of the time, what type of relationship are we using? Most of the time, it's not more, I think always it will be one to many. One to one is also very rare. Many to many, no chance. Okay, it doesn't work in the real world. Okay, in the real world, a many to many relationship doesn't work. It's either one to one is very rare. One to many is the most common relationship that you will be using in your syllabus. Are we okay with this, guys? They have given you an example here, but in real life you cannot use this example. Okay, many customers can buy many products. Okay, we normally, what do? Instead of customer and products being connected, what would we have in the middle? For example, many customers can go on hires with many drivers. Customer and driver, we don't connect, right? Directly to each other. Instead, in between, what do we have? We have a booking table. You guys are getting it, right? Many customers can go with many drivers. We don't directly connect those two tables because the relationship will be many to many and it will be a mess. Instead, what do? We put a table in the middle, which we call the booking table. Is it clear? So, customer and booking will have one to many. Booking and driver will have one to many. Is it clear? So, many to many is a relationship we will never ever be using. It's there, but we will never be using. Are we good, guys? Now let's move away from here, everybody. We know the three relationship types now. Can we move away from here? We have come to the end of topic 5, part 1. Now, everybody, I hope you all have your writing books with you all. Have, right? You all should be having a writing book with you all. You all can use it for other subjects, but somewhere to record your notes. Okay? Now, everybody open up part 2 below. You all are going to learn a new language now. Are you all ready here? So I'll open a table here and I'll ask you all some questions from here. If you all have space on the tute, then write on the tute. Otherwise, in your writing book. Right. Everybody, topic 5, part 2. Now, everyone, do you all remember I told you all database is the best software for what? For storing data and then retrieving that data as well. Isn't it? So let me show you the magic in database. Now here, everyone, look here. I have all my customer details now. Everyone look here, boys, look here below. Listen to all of you. I have all my customer details here. If I come, guys, to create, I have a tool known as a query. You know what a query will do? A query will allow me to get data based on a criteria. So I'll give you a very simple example. I can use a query to get only the male customers in my database. Did you guys understand what I just told you all? I can run a query to get all the male customers in my database. I'll give you another example. I can run a query to get all the customers who are from Ratnapura or Battikalo. I can run a query that will only show me the customers who are from Ratnapura or from Battikalo. Are we okay with this? Sounds good? Okay. Then for example, I have the date of birth now. If I have the date of birth, can I calculate their age? Boys, if I have their date of birth, can I calculate their age? I can calculate their age. So I can run a query where I can say, show me who are the male customers who are 25 years of today. I can run a query and database will give me that information. Everybody okay with this? Okay, so when you retrieve data based on criteria, what do we call it? What do we call it? We call it a query. Everybody, boys, girls, look here. Your unit 4 is there now. A2 unit 4. A2 Unit 4 is only Microsoft Access. So much more easier than Unit 2. Unit 4 is so much more easier than Unit 2. Unit 2 is like super challenging. But once you get to Unit 4, you will be a little relaxed. Okay? Because Unit 4 is only Microsoft Access. Okay? Creating reports, creating queries, creating tables. Okay? That's what it is. Very much more handle. What do you call handle? You can handle. Is it like O-level IT? No, more advanced. SQL is not there. You will not have to type any code, but they will ask you some advanced questions like grouping, totaling, doing some calculations, things like that. But it's not super hard. You can do it easily. Okay? Now, everybody, guys, girls, everyone. Now, to run, sorry, escape. Everyone, I'll do a simple query for you. Query design. What am I saying? I want all the customers from the customer table who are males. So I'm going to take all the fields. I want this field, this field, this field, this field, this field, this field. And then guys, I have only one criteria. What's the criteria? The criteria is the gender should be M. Everyone okay with this? Now guys, how many customers do we have? We have a total of 100 customers, right? We have a total of 100 customers. I'm coming into my query and saying what? Give me all the customers whose gender is equal to M. How many criteria have I put here? How many criteria? Only one criteria, right? I have only put one criteria over here. Now within seconds, boys, girls, when I run this, when I execute this, when I run this, how many records do I get? How many records, guys? 42 records. From the 100, only 42 are male customers. Are we okay with this? Now boys, girls, the thing here is you need to learn the coding behind it. Okay, we have a language that can be used to run SQL. To run queries. We have a language to run queries. We call it SQL. You know what SQL stands for? Structured Query Language. It's not as bad as HTML, CSS and JavaScript. It's a lot, what you call, less complicated, but you all have to learn that also now. Everybody okay with this? So watch this. Everyone, you all saw this now? You all saw how we did it over here. This is the coding that went into it. Everybody, this is the coding that went into it. Okay, just look at it, select, and I have mentioned the fields to select, and then I have said from which table to take it, and here I have mentioned my criteria. Okay, it's not that complicated, just bear with me. Okay, right, shall we get started then? Shall we start learning this language? We are going to learn a language where you can use to query, to get data from a database based on criteria. Did you all hear what I told you all? I'm going to teach you all a language. What is the language called? SQL, Structured Query Language. This language can be used for you to get data out of a database based on criteria. Okay, let's get started. Let's get moving. Right, everyone, can you come over here? Read this with me, everybody. Read these two paragraphs below. Read these two paragraphs, please. One of the main reasons you're storing data in a database. So guys, database is structured or unstructured? Neatly, database is structured. A database has a format for you to follow. So database is definitely structured data. Okay? To search for particular data in a database, I want to know who are the male customers. This is particular data now. You have to create something called a query. This is like asking the database a question. Okay, how many male customers do we have in our table? To create a query for a database, we are going to use a language called SQL, Structured Query Language. Okay, it's a short chapter, not a very long chapter. Alright. So boys, girls, tute example is there. My own example also I'm going to give you all. So get ready to take down both, okay? Everybody, can you all see a song table over here? Can somebody tell me what are the fields you see here? Song ID, song title, artist and genre are the fields. How many records do you see here? Boys, are you with me? You can see there are 4 records here, right? Okay. Everybody, I want to display all the data inside this table. What did I tell you all? I want to display everything inside this table. So any criteria? No criteria. I don't have any criteria. I just simply want to display everything inside the table. So boys, girls, look here below. Kavish, all of you look here. What's our keyword? You must say select and mention the fields. Now what did I tell you? I told you I want all fields, right? So I will have to say what? Select, and one by one you have to mention the field names. If you want only one field, then mention only that field. Now look at the example here. I want only the song field to be visible. Only this field, the song title I should say, no? I want only the song title field to be visible. So what have I said? Select song title, then from. From is a keyword. From is a keyword. And after from, what do we mention? The table name. So select is a keyword. It's a command word. You then mention your field. Then you use a keyword called from, and then you mention your table name. Are you all okay with this? Sounds good? Right. I want you all to take this down in your writing book. Okay? Everybody have your own scenario and write your own answers. Everyone look here. In your textbook, in your writing book, guys, can you all note this down? Tell me, we are gonna have everybody, we are continuously going to use this, okay? So can you guys note down this table over here? One second, I am trying to find it. So everybody, TBL driver. We have a driver table. This is the name of our table. Boys, this is the name of our table. Can you all note down these fields? Note down these fields, please. Driver ID, our primary key value. Driver name. Driver date of birth. Driver gender. Driver contact, and then we have the driver's address. Yeah, like this, driver address and the driver's vehicle type. Driver's vehicle type. Okay, put an asterisk here to indicate it's the primary key. Okay, then we have another table in the corner, which is going to be our customer table. TBL customer. Everybody, these three tables will be referring to it for a long time, so properly note them down. Many questions will be doing based on these three tables. I'm giving you all the fields. Give me a second. So customer ID is going to be the primary key. Customer title, customer name, customer date of birth, customer contact, and the customer's email. Then we have a third table that is to connect all of them. No, we have a third table that will connect all of them, which we call the booking table. TBL booking. Booking ID is my primary key field. Booking date, customer ID, driver ID, total fee. Okay, take this down please. Relationship part and all, we'll deal with it later. Okay. Are you all done? Everybody done now? Right. Then boys, girls. Right. Boys, girls, can you all get down this question now? We'll do two questions over here. Question 1 says over here, display the details of all customers in the customer table. Everybody, display the details of all customers in the customer table. Are we okay with the question? Display the details of all customers in the customer table. So guys, now we are going to write our SQL query. So what do we do, guys? What's the first keyword? Select. So what do? We say select. We first mention select and we mention after select we mention what? The table name, isn't it? No. The field names. We mention the field names. Adil, all of you all field names please. Okay. We mention the field names. So I have said display all the fields now. Okay. Select the details of all customers in the customer table. So we are going to mention all the fields one by one. So what are they? Cus ID, comma, cus title, cus name, cus DOB, cus contact, and cus email. And then guys, girls, what do you have to say next? You have to then mention from where? From, what's the table name? TBL customer. From TBL customer. Very simple question, right? You first put the keyword select, mention your field names, and then mention from which table. Okay? We'll give you all another very simple question here. This question goes as follows. Display display the driver details from the driver table, show only the fields driver ID, driver name and driver contact. Is it clear? Now I have told you all specifically what fields to show. So I'm sure all of you all can do this. One second please. So then guys, girls, now over here I have given you all some requirements. I have told you all exactly what fields to show. So here what do? Again we say select, and I have told you exactly what fields: the driver ID, the drive name, the drive contact, okay, and then what do we say? From TBL driver. Very, very simple. Okay. Okay, then guys, girls, you also know how this works now. Read the next one now. These commands can also be used to select multiple fields to output from a table. We saw this. Then guys, girls, now look at this shortcut you can use. If you want all the fields to be displayed, instead of mentioning field by field, what symbol can you use? You can use the asterisk. Can you all remember that? Okay, so everybody, instead of mentioning field by field like we did over here, we could replace all this with an asterisk. Asterisk means I want all the fields displayed. Okay, right. Now let's keep reading. Now comes the work. Can you guys read this? You may want to be more specific about the data that you are searching for. So you might say, you know what, I only want to know who are the female drivers. Or you might say, I only want to know who are the drivers from Ratnapura. You might start getting specific. So then guys, what's our keyword going to be? What's our keyword going to be? Where. Then we start using a keyword called where. The moment you start having criterias, the keyword where is going to come into play. Everyone with me? So can you all note down this question now? We'll take down 2 questions. Shame all of you all, what's going on? So for example, you can say display all the fields of male customers in the customer table. Very simple question. Display all the fields of male customers in the customer table. So how are we going to write this? Display all the fields of male customers in the customer table. So we have to start with what keyword? Select. I have told you all to take all the fields now. So any shortcut there? You can say asterisk. Select all. And then you have to mention from. You can put it in the same sentence, separate sentence. Entirely up to you. From where? TBL customer. From TBL customer. Now mention your criteria. Which field am I interested in? Gender, right? So we call it CUS gender, isn't it? Where CUS gender is equal to, and remember guys, in gender field, we say MOF. We say MOF. So in double quotes, I'll say M and close double quotes. Where gender is equal to M. Are we okay with this? Okay. Right, then boys, girls, next question. Everybody, the next question for y'all. Display the booking ID, booking date, booking ID, booking date, and total fee for bookings that happened after in 2020, in the year 2026, or that happened I'll just make it easier for all, that happened after the year 2025. That happened after the year 2025. Okay? So boys, girls, I have very clearly told you what fields to display. Okay, Adil, all of y'all, I have clearly told you all what fields to display. Okay? So now you all have to simply use those words. So what do we say over here? Select what? Select BKID, no, I called it. Select BKID, comma, BK date, comma, total fee, right? Total underscore fee, from which table? From TBL booking, where now guys, after the year 2026, the year is going to increase or decrease? It's going to increase, right? 2026, 2027. So I need a value greater than that, right? Where BK date is greater than what? No, you can't say, because the date is recorded in month, day, year. No, you have to mention all of them. Greater than 31st December. No, start from January 1st. Start from January 1st. Or you start, okay, start from December. So we can say 31st December 2025. Where the booking date is greater than 31st December 2025. Okay? Boys, are you all done? Right, can you all keep reading it then if everyone took this down? Everyone, can you all read the example the examiner has given us? What has he asked for? Adil, what has he asked for? Kavish, all of you over here please. What has he asked for? He wants a song title and artist fields displayed. For songs where the artist is equal to T.singer. He basically wants to know the details of songs that were produced by the artist T.singer. And he has said, I want the song title and the artist field visible. So can you all see the results he would receive below? These are the results that he would get below. Okay? Right, let's move on to something a little more complex. Okay? Right, can you all stop everything else and look here? Right, can you guys move on to the next one? Look at the next example I have given you. He wants to know the songs that had sales of more than 10,000, sorry. He wants to know the songs that had sales of more than 10,000. See his SQL statement. Select the song title, the artist field from the songs table where number of sales field has a value of greater than 10,000. So can you all see? These are his results. There are only 2 songs that have sales of more than 10,000. Nothing complex here, right? Remembering this might be a bit difficult, but you all can understand it when you all read it, right? When you all read the SQL statement, you all can understand it. No, that's a good start. Maybe to remember it might be a bit difficult right now, but when you all read it, you all can understand it, right? Look at the next example I have given you all. You may want to find all the songs in the database that begin with a letter between A and M is included, okay? I want to know all the songs that begin with letters between A to M, and M is included. Do you guys understand this statement over here? Select the song title field from the songs table where song title is less than or equal to M. What does that mean? Give me songs that start with letters that are from A all the way up to M. Is M included? M is included because I said equal. Less than or equal to M. So from A and we go all the way up to M, and M is included. Are we okay with this? Right. I'm going to make it a bit complicated for you all. Everyone, note down this question, everyone, boys. Note down this question. Boys, come on, can you all work on this? Display the booking ID, the booking date, and total fee for bookings that cost between $50 to $75. 75 is included. Okay, 75 is included. So what do we say over here? Select what field? I have told BK ID, the BK date. Then I have also said I want the total fee displayed. Then it's all coming from one table now, from TBL booking. It's all coming from TBL booking. Now I'm going to start mentioning my criteria. Where so what do we say over here? Which field are we interested in? Total fee. Where total fee, total underscore fee should be greater than how much? Should be greater than or equal to how much? Should be greater than or equal to 50, and the total fee should also be less than or equal to 75. Okay, the total fee should be greater than or equal to 50, and the total fee should be less than or equal to 75. Okay. Right. Okay. Note down this question, boys, girls. Everybody, this question, please. Boys. Yes, can we get down this question number 6, everybody? Question number 6 here. Now, in question number 6, you can see we are having two criteria over there. Can you all see question 6? Two criteria have been given to you all. Okay, display the driver ID, driver name, driver contact. Okay, I forgot to mention this. 4 drivers who are females and from Colombo. How many criteria do I have here? I'm having 2 criteria, right? Okay, so I want you all to understand how AND works. Then I'll show you how O works. Then I'll show you how NOT works. Okay. Okay, so boys, girls, I have told you all what fields to display. So what do we say? Select driver ID, the driver name, the driver contact from TBL driver, where, what is the first criteria? Driver, they have to be female, right? Which field has it? Where dry gender is equal to what? Is equal to F. And both of them should be satisfied in order for me to get the result. And at the same time, their location, driver city we were calling it, driver address, and dry address is equal to Colombo. Boys, do you all understand how this works? The driver has to fulfill both of this. Has to be a female and address has to be Colombo. Both of them have to be fulfilled, then the result is given to me. Are we okay with this? What's wrong with you? Okay? Okay, so understand how AND works. There's another one called O, there's another one called NOT. Okay? Right, shall we see the example for AND before we take our break? Everybody, let's go into the tute and read the example for AND that I have used. So when you go into your tute, guys, what's the example I have used? AND means that the query will output any record that meets both conditions. Okay, boys, girls, meets both conditions. Shall we highlight that? AND means both conditions have to be met. So guys, can you look at this example? Can you explain this in words to me? What's going to happen here? I'm going to get all the song titles that are sung by T. Singer and the genre is rock. Isn't it? I'm only going to get songs that fulfill both of them. That's what AND means. It has to fulfill both of them. Okay? So for example, if I tell you, list me the students who scored above 90 in IT and maths. What does it mean? If you only scored in IT above 90, is that enough? No, you need to have scored in both subjects, right? Because I said AND. AND means both conditions have to be satisfied. Okay? Right, everyone, can we now have a look at the O statement? Everybody, O statement, please. Question number 7. Everybody, question number 7. Can we read this, please? Display the customers. Display the drivers who drive a car or van. Okay, display the drivers who drive a car or van. Screen is paused. No, sorry. Okay. Display only the fields, boys. Display only the fields. Driver ID, driver name, and driver contact. Stop everything else, please. And can you all get this down? Display the drivers who drive a car or van, and these are the fields I want you all to display. Driver ID, driver name, or driver contact. Okay, so very simple. What do? We say select and we mention our field names, which is driver ID, comma driver name, comma driver contact. Okay, and then we mention which table, from which table, TBL driver, and now we mention our criteria, where, okay, where what? Where the drive vehicle is equal to, now in double quotes we say van, we say car, O is another keyword, O, van. Can you guys get this down? Driver ID, driver name, driver contact from TBL driver, where vehicle type is equal to car, O, van. Okay? Hurry everyone, boys. And then we do one more. Anyone else who doesn't have topic 4 tute? Anybody else? Topic 4 who doesn't have? Everybody else has it, right? Topic 4, check and see. I'm going up. I'm going to bring one name up. If anyone else needs, let me know. Okay. Right, get down this question also, everybody. Display the drivers who do not drive a tuk. Display the drivers who do not drive a tuk. Okay, I want all the drivers except those who drive a tuk. Them I do not want in my list. So how do we do this? Now we are going to work with the third criteria, which is not. You saw how AND works. You saw how O works. Now you are going to see how not works. Get it down, please. Boys, everyone, let's move away from here. So everyone, what did I say over here? Display the driver, same fields. Same fields. We get down the same fields from the same table. Where driver vehicle type will be equal to not. Not is a keyword. Not tuk. Okay, boys, are we okay with this? I want all the vehicles except tuk. Or rather, I want all the driver details of all the drivers except those who drive a tuk. Okay, you get it done? Okay, then we're going to stop here. Guys, girls, we are stopping here. We are going to go into our past paper questions. Topic 4, please. Isn't it? I didn't get you. It can be written both ways. Boys, girls, can you all see this? It can be written both ways. Everyone. Boys, it can be written in 2 ways. Look at this way. Look at how the tute has done it. Where not genre is equal to rock. I want all the songs that are not rock. So you can put not outside or you can put not inside. Equal, not rock. Both would be fine. Okay? Right. Then guys, girls, I'm stopping at this point. Can we put a line over here? Draw. And I'm going to say over here. What did I say? What's the day today? 31st January, right? Today is 31st January. One second, Akash. 31st Jan. Sorry, 30th. Jan. Guys, open topic 4. I'm running out of time. I have only 15 minutes with you all. Topic 4, please. Everybody. Topic 4. Let's do a data flow diagram. Come on. Data flow diagram, please, in topic 4. Topic 4, data flow diagram, please. Okay, Akash, I'm moving away from here. Right, so I'm minimizing this also. Right, topic 4, guys, what have we not done? Question 3 we haven't done. Let's go down to question 3. Question 1, question 2, question 3. Everybody, question 3, boys, girls, shame all of you all. A car dealer has a spare parts department where customers buy parts for their cars. Boys, look here. The customer places an order. Okay. The order is passed to a member of staff who finds the part in the stock room. Can you all read that again? When a customer places an order, the order is passed to a member of staff who finds the part in the stock room. The part is then given to the customer together with an invoice. Guys, remember we are looking at a data flow diagram. The number in stock of that part is then updated. Okay, the new inventory of that item is updated. The manager orders further stock from a supplier when needed. Here is a partially completed data flow diagram for this process. So everybody, on the left you have your sources, you have your processors in the middle, you have your data stores on the right hand side. And then at the bottom, what have they said? Complete the table to show the names for the labels A to F. So everyone, I told you all, first look at the process. Unfortunately, the process is also not named, it's only B. So we have to play with whatever we have now. The customer places an order. He mentions his order part. Okay. And then over here, what do you think process B is all about? Because from that, something goes to the order file, something goes to stock details file. So what do you think B would be? Checking if the parts are available. Do you think that's a good idea? I didn't get you. Pass to a member. The customer is giving his order part, what he wants to order, and that is being sent to the order file. He's not checking in, it's going to the order file. It's going, order details. Guys, what did I tell you all about? 1 second. What did I tell you all about processes? Write it in what form? In action form, right? Write it in verb form, as it's happening. So what do we write it? Guys, the details are going to the order file. Isn't he placing an order here? Isn't this the process of placing an order? The customer tells the item he wants. That item is going into the order file. Isn't it? So B will be what? Placing an order, creating an order, accepting an order. Okay, you put whatever you want. Placing an order. Okay, so process B will be placing an order. Okay, process B is placing an order. Placing an order. Right. Then guys, girls, what do you think is going to be A then? So, 1 second. Customer is telling what order he wants for the process of placing an order. Then what do you think C is? What is going to the order file? Order details, right? What he has ordered, isn't it? The order part, the item he ordered is going into the stock details file. What will go into the order file? The order details, isn't it? Okay, his order details will go into the order file. So C will be order details. What data goes into the order details file? His order details. Okay, customer order details. Okay, customer order details are going into the order file. What do you think A is? At the end of that process, he is getting something back. So it has to, how did you get answer invoice? Was there any clue? Invoice and parts. No, let's not bring parts into this. We'll say invoice. Okay, how do you guys come to the conclusion it's invoice? Because what did they say over here? Actually, what? Who said that answer? Yatum, I think your answer is also fine, but Yatum, can you see over here? The order part is given to something called D, right? Okay, so we'll go one by one. So A most probably will be, it can't be order part because order part is already taken care of over here. So shall we say invoice? We'll say invoice over here. Okay, we'll say invoice over here. Control C, Control V. What was that number? A, no? So A will make it as invoice. We'll make A as our invoice. Invoice. Then boys, girls, everyone you all saw this? So in the process of placing an order, the customer tells the part that he wants. Okay, the part that he has ordered and his details are recorded in the order file. Also in the inventory file, what parts he ordered is recorded. Is it clear? Then guys, from the inventory file, can you all see my cursor? From the inventory file, the remaining inventory is sent to a process called E. And from that process, there is an output going to the manager in the form of a report. What do you think E would be? Creating reports. What report? Stock reports. What do you all think? Shall we read the scenario again? Everybody, we missed D. Before we do E, can we do D first? What did they tell us over here? I'll underline. A customer places an order. We dealt with this now. The order is passed to a member of staff. So everyone look at this diagram over here. Customer places an order. It goes to the order file. Is it clear? And in the output of placing an order, something is given to D. The order part is given to D. Who do you think D is? The staff member, right? From here, right? The order is passed to a member of staff. Look here. Customer tells what item he wants. And then ignore this right side for now. We solve that now. Ignore that for now. You can see there is like an output from here. From this process, the order part is being given to a source known as D. So according to our scenario, who is it passed to? It's passed to a member of staff, right? So D is going to be your staff member. This source is going to be your staff member. So shall we note that down over there? D is going to be our staff member. Okay, staff member. Then guys, girls, take your time with E. What do you think E is going to be here? The new inventory is sent to the process E. And then in process E also we get the orders that have been ordered. And then the output of that is given to the manager in the form of a report. So what do you think E is? Number of stocks, I like that word. Any other word we can use? Number of remaining parts. Can you stick to the scenarios words? What are the words scenario is using? The number in stocks of that part is updated. The manager orders further stocks from a supplier. So what shall we use for E? Everyone look at E. E is getting the orders from the order file. E is also getting the details from the stock details file. Okay, what is available, what has been ordered, and then a report is being created and given to the manager. Read the scenario again. What does the manager get? What does the manager get? The number in stock of that part is ordered. The manager orders further stocks from a supplier when needed. So what do you think he is? Calculating, updating what? Calculating what? Remaining stocks, available stock. Sounds good. Calculating available stocks, generating available stocks. What's the other word you told me? Updating available stocks. Okay, you choose your word. We'll compare with the marking scheme. Okay, calculating available stocks. Calculating available stocks of parts. Calculating available stock of parts. Stocks of parts. Then guys, in the process, what's wrong? I'll come to it. Let's go in order. So everybody, in the process of calculating how much of stock is available, in the process of that, a report is given to the manager. The manager, what does he do? In the process of ordering stock, boys, in the process of ordering stock, the manager will mention what to order, what stock to order. The manager will mention for the process of what? For the process of ordering stock. In the process of ordering stock, an order is sent to something called F. What do you think F is? F is supplier. How did you come to the conclusion supplier? What did the scenario say? The manager further orders stock from a supplier when needed. So this was a clue. Okay, so over here you can see ordering stock, manager decides, and then the output of the process is going to F. F has to be the supplier. So everybody, can we note down supplier over here? Okay, compare your answer with the marking scheme now. Everybody compare your answer with the marking scheme. How many minutes do we have? Let's do some writing questions. Diagram, no time. Everyone, what's wrong? What's wrong? Did you check the marking scheme? Why aren't you checking the marking scheme? You don't have the tutor. You don't have as in you didn't bring. You didn't give. I didn't give you. You didn't bring it. Okay. Right, everybody, we are moving down. Let's do a question where we have some writing to do below. Okay. Everybody, let's do a writing question below. So everybody, which one is a shorter one? Could you all tell me which one is a shorter one? Have a look at question number 10 below, everybody. 2 MCQs. Question 10. 2 MCQs. Julie uses diagrams to show a website's functionality to a client. Identify which one of these diagrams would be a flowchart. We all know what a flowchart is, right? A flowchart shows us the sequence of steps that take place in an IT system. A flowchart shows us a sequence of steps that take place in an IT system. Right, keep reading it. Which one of these diagrams would be a flowchart? Would a sitemap be a flowchart? A sitemap basically shows you the structure of a web page. Where is everything placed? It has nothing to do with a flowchart, right? No way. A user journey showing the steps a user takes to perform a task on a website, such as making a purchase. That sounds like a flowchart, right? It's showing us the journey. A customer will add to cart, then he has to go to checkout. In checkout, he will do this, then he will do this, then he will do this, then it will come to an end. Sounds like a flowchart. Don't mark it, it sounds like a flowchart. User journey sounds like a flowchart. A wireframe? Answer C, wireframe we get in unit 2, right? That shows the structure of the web page. Does it have anything to do with the flowchart? No ways, that's out. What about answer D? A data model showing data structures. Does it have anything to do with the flowchart? No. So your answer is going to be, your answer here is B. Right, read the next one. Using a flowchart is better than using a text description to explain a website's functionality to a client. Everyone okay with this? You know what is functionality, right? What can the website do for you is functionality here. Okay, what the website can do for you is an example of functionality here. Identify the reason that best describes why it is better to use a flowchart. A flowchart takes up less space. That is completely wrong, isn't it? Flowchart takes up way too much of space. That's why we struggle with it. A flowchart is easy to email. Text is also, I mean, they are both equally easy to email, isn't it? A and B out. What about C? A flowchart doesn't depend on a particular language. It's all shapes, no? Kind of, we'll see. What about D? A flowchart is better for describing complex connections. Which one do you think? D sounds better, right? A flowchart is better rather than you writing, if this happens, then that should happen, then this should take place. That's difficult to understand. But when you draw a flowchart and a person can see from top to bottom what's happening, that's easier to understand. So here your answer is going to be answer D. Can you all check the marking scheme and see is it right or wrong? First one is B, second one is D. Yes or no? Okay, boys, everyone, I'm stopping at this point then. Okay. Until we meet again next Thursday for theory, take care, stay safe. See you all next Thursday. Okay.